किधर गुड मॉर्निंग कर रहा है? किधर गुड मॉर्निंग कर रहा है? रंजय का टीचर तो थोड़ी सी घूमने की खाइए।
Ranjay, please mute your mic. Okay, fine. So today we are moving further. In this case, today we are going to discuss some technical part of class and objects. We have understood. Okay, let me show you the program once again. Yesterday's or last lecture's program. This was our program which we discussed last time. We defined a class. We said class is a template, and based on that, we defined the functions of the class. Then we made object of the class in void main. Then we called the functions of this class. That is, I should not say function. We called the members of the class by using object. So b1 dot get dimension. So actually, get dimension was the member of the class box. Okay, same way volume, same way area. Okay, the same thing we did for another object, that is b2, isn't it? But technically now I want to ask you a question. What happens when I write box b1 internally with reference to memory? With reference to memory, if I say box b1, then what happens in memory? How many bytes will be allocated in memory? Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Now, when I write box b1, when I write box b1, that means when I say an object of the class is created, at that time the memory allocation will take place. If you remember my point of C language, what happens when I write integer a? Can someone reply? What happens when I write integer a?
स्टेक में मेमोरी स्टोर हो जाती है.
Exactly, we allocate 2 bytes or 4 bytes as per the design of the processor are allocated. Generally, we say 2 bytes of memory are allocated into the memory. 2 bytes are allocated into the memory. Can I say like this when I write integer a? Similarly, when I write box b1, at that time also memory is allocated. Do you agree with this? But the question comes, how much memory? How much memory is allocated? So for that, you need to go to check out the members of the class. What are the members? Can I say these all are members of the class? Yes or no? But in this case, the functions which are there, that you need to exclude in the calculation of the memory allocation. So, can I say if I exclude the function, then what is left out? Attributes, variables. So, how much bytes do they allocate now in total? There are 3, LBH. So, L occupies L, data type of L is float. So, how many bytes? 4 bytes. Same way B, 4 bytes. Same way H, 4 bytes. So, how many total? So 12 bytes of memory are allocated into the memory when I declare an object of class box. If I don't declare object, then no memory is allocated. Is it fine? All of you? Online people, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So if I move further, if I still move further, what happens when I write box B2? What will happen? My question is, will it allocate separate memory than B1 or the same memory what you allocated for B1? Space will be allocated separately or the same? Separate allocation of memory will take place for B1 object as well as B2 object. Is it fine, everyone? All of you, online people, is it fine? Separate memory is allocated for B2. It will not share the memory with B1. Okay, should I move further? Any doubts with this? Just check it out, please. Understand it very technically that when I create an object of the class, memory is allocated. And how many bytes? As per the members, what are defined in the class. Hello. Any doubts with this? All of you? Please check the code very carefully. Sorry? Depend on your requirement. Is it a property of class which you are adding? तो क्लास लेवल पे ऐड करो वेरिएबल. अगर तुम्हें वो प्रॉपर्टी लेवल क्लास लेवल पे नहीं चाहिए, मतलब उसका प्रॉपर्टीज जो है वो क्लास का प्रॉपर्टीज नहीं है, तो यू कैन डिक्लेयर इट विद द फंक्शन आल्सो फॉर अ टेम्पररी यूसेज दैट यू कैन डू इट. Like say for example in case of volume, if you write like this, float v equals to L into b into h, okay, and over here you write only v, then it is fine. Because this V is meant for the purpose of calculation only. This is not calculating at the class level. So I can declare it over here like this. Fine? Good. Any doubts with this? Anyone? कहां पे डिक्लेयर किया? फंक्शन में है, तो फंक्शन में प्राइवेट पब्लिक कुछ नहीं होता. प्राइवेट पब्लिक सिर्फ क्लास लेवल पे रहेगा एप्लीकेबल. बिकॉज अभी वी कहां पे डिक्लेयर किया है वो देखो, क्लास में. डू यू एग्री? That means V is accessible within this brackets only. अभी ये ब्रैकेट्स के बाहर V कहीं पे एक्सेस नहीं होगा. Is it fine? Do you agree? If you are clear with this, then I want to make you understand one new concept. Please, please, with respect to memory, check it out. अगर दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनेंगे तो क्या होगा? What happens if we make two objects? Separate memory for length, breadth, height for B1 and separate memory for length, breadth, height for B2 will be created. Is it fine? Do you agree with this? Okay, you agree with this? Okay, absolutely perfect. I am not perfect from my side. Oh, sorry. That means when I say B1 object is created, then the locations will be allocated for one for length, that is L, B, and H. Can I say like this? And we are allocating the values. Let's say 10, 20, and 30. When I say for LPH, okay, let me delete this. Let me write it over here. 10, 20, and 30. So what is this 10? Can I say L? Can I say B? Can I say H? So what happens now when I write B2? L equals 1, another object. B equals 2, and H equals 3. Do you agree with this? Okay. So can I say separate memory for L was allocated for object B1? Similarly, can I say a separate memory for L was created for B2 object? Do you agree with this? Is it fine? Done? All of you? Yes or no? That means for the sake of understanding, I am writing it over here. B1 and B2. Sir, you are repeating this point 2 to 3 times. That separate memory is allocated, separate memory is allocated. Sir, what is the significance? Why are you repeating this point frequently? Because I want to make you understand one new concept. For that, I am discussing this part. Okay. Now, I am moving to our program. I am declaring one variable over here. Named as integer capacity, box capacity. भले ना मेरा लेंथ ब्रेथ हाइट कुछ भी हो, लेकिन बॉक्स कैपेसिटी कितनी होनी चाहिए, बॉक्स में कितना, हाउ मच क्वांटिटी आई कैन add it to the box. So what will be the capacity? Do you agree with this? Yes or no? But I am making this variable as static. A new keyword has been introduced. Static. Do you understand this? Static. Now, what is the meaning of this static? Sir, we have not written static in front of LBH, but we are writing static in front of incapacity. Means what? What will happen now? Now, it is our normal variable. It is our normal variable. But if this would not have been static, तो क्या होता यहाँ पे? तो यहाँ पे क्या होता? Capacity will have some value, let's say 50. Over here, different for again B2 capacity, let's say 5. separate memory. But as I have made this static, now with respect to objects, no separate memory will be allocated for static. Only this capacity will be single now. This will be shared by all the objects. Suppose मैंने अभी कोई तीसरा ऑब्जेक्ट ले लिया B3. Say for example, this is B3. Over here I take it length to be, let's say, 100, breadth to be 200, and height to be 300. I have taken capacity to be static. That means this capacity is common for B1, common for B2, and common for B3. That means it is not now specific for any object. It is shared by all the three objects. Are you getting this? Or not? Sir, what is the usage of this? चलो आपने ये कर दिया कि भाई स्टैटिक बना दिया कैपेसिटी को और बोल दिया कि ये कॉमन है तीनों के लिए, तो इसका यूज क्या? व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ इट? चलो लेट मी गिव यू अ प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल. You go to a bank for opening a fixed deposit account, and you open a fixed deposit account for 1 year. Is that so that the rate of interest will be different for different customers? Like suppose if I go to SBI and I open a fixed deposit account for 1 year, generally the rate of interest is, say for example, 4.9%. So is it so that if Raj goes, then for him rate of interest will be 5%? If Brushi goes, then rate of interest should be 5.6%, or is it fixed for both? It is fixed for both. So same way, this capacity is common for all objects. So इस example में if I take capacity to be 50, that means for B1 also capacity is 50, B2 also 50, and B3 also 50. Do you get the example where we can go for static? Static is generally used where we want to access the common values among the objects. Now if I say rate of interest for fixed deposit changed from 4.9% to, let's say, 7%. So what I have to do the change? Only at one point I need to do the change. So it will be applicable to now all the objects, new objects. That is the benefit of using static. So it shares a common location. Is it fine? All of you? So over here if I say capacity is 50 and it is static variable, that means this 50 is for B1 also, 50 is for B2 also, and 50 is for B3 also. So sir, in that case, can I write over here something like, if I am accessing, can I write something like B1 dot capacity equals to 50? Can I write like this? Can I write like this? Why no? Exactly. For all object, capacity is common. So I cannot access it using object name. As capacity is static, so I cannot access it using common object name. So, sir, how we can access it? Very simple. You can access it by means of class name. The box dot capacity. Because it is applicable for all the objects of the class box. Did you get my point? All of you. Let us try to compile it. Oh, sorry. Just a minute. I'm making some mistake. Just a minute. Huh? Okay. Let us take some. I'm modifying my example. I'm facing some problem over here. Let me remove this from here. In case of volume, I'll go through it with again that part. In volume, what I'm doing is I'm writing C out box capacity equals to, let's say, capacity. Okay. And now the question comes, where to initialize this box capacity? So you had written box dot capacity equals to 50, but over here, where to initialize it? Okay, you can initialize it outside the class. Integer box double colon capacity equals to, let's say, 50. Okay, so now let us run it. Then 10, 20, and 30. Can you see the box capacity to be 50? Yes or no? Is it fine? Okay. For second box, again 50. Do you agree with this? See, I have initialized for one time only. See the code? The capacity is 50 for all objects. For all objects, the capacity is 50. And this is my static variable, box. So can we initialize 50 over here? Likewise, can I write like this? Let's check it out whether it works or not. I'm removing this part over here. Will not allow. Will not initialize a class member here. So what I need to do is I need to initialize it outside the class. This is what I have done. If you want to initialize a static member of the class, then you can initialize it outside the class like this. Int box capacity equals to 50. Likewise, what we do for the functions. Okay. Now, sir, if my capacity changes over here, can I change the capacity in the class? Let's say in area function, I write capacity equals to 100. So what will happen now? Who will tell? First of all, let us compile. No errors. So what will be my output now? Very simple. Execution will start from void main. Okay, let's see. Starts from void main. T1 dot get dimension. You're asking for the dimension. I'm entering 10. Again asking for the dimension for breadth. Let's say 20. Again asking for the dimension height. Let's say 30. Then it will jump to volume. So it called the volume. Volume we calculated. We have printed V. Now what will be printed? What will be the value printed? See, this is the current output. Volume 6000. Now what will happen? Box capacity equals to capacity. What is the capacity right now? What is the capacity right now? We have already defined it 50. Yes or no? So it will print 50. See, it has printed the capacity 50. Now what will happen? We are calling the area function, calling area printed, and capacity we are making it to be 100. Okay, now let's say I show you the output. So area is 200, one box completed. Now we are changing capacity to be 100. Now we are going for box B2, getting the dimensions for B2. 1, 2, and 3. Now volume calculated, volume will be printed. So what is the output? 6. Now what will be the capacity? $50 or 100? Why 50? We have made it to be 100. भले ना वो तो फंक्शन के अंदर किया ना हमने, पर लेकिन मेंबर तो क्लास का ही है कैपेसिटी, एंड इट विल बी शेयरिंग अ कॉमन मेमोरी. वो B1 से हमने कैपेसिटी 50 किया तो वो B1 को भी सेम लागू हो जाएगा अभी. It will be same for now B2. So now capacity will be from 50 to, we have changed to 100. So it will now not be 50. See this? Now it is 100, not 50. We have changed the value of capacity from B1, which was 50, to 100. But now it is applicable to the rest of the objects. So did you get the concept of static now? क्योंकि B1 में एरिया मेथड, एरिया फंक्शन पहले एग्जीक्यूट नहीं हुआ था, वॉल्यूम पहले कॉल हो गया था ना. हाँ, तो लेकिन बाद में हमने वॉल्यूम कॉल नहीं किया ना. सी द सीक्वेंस ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन. पहले क्या हुआ? Let me show you it again. अभी just check it out. It started with get dimension function. I called get dimension. उसके पहले capacity was defined 50. Capacity was defined 50. Now we called get dimension. So we got all the dimensions. It executed this. Now where it went, came back over here and volume was called. Volume was called means this was executed. At this point of time, capacity is, what is capacity over here? 50, because it was initialized 50 over here. See, by writing this statement, it printed 50. Now it completed volume function, so we went for area. We called area. So area call हुआ, तो area में क्या हुआ अपना? What happened in area? At that time capacity became 100. We went back again. At that time we didn't printed capacity, but we made it 100. Now we went for the box B2. We got dimensions. Now we called volume. Now volume call हुआ, तो अभी क्या होगा यहाँ पे? If volume is called now, so now what will be the value of capacity? 100. Did you got this? Then what the concept of static? तो वहां पे अपडेट हो जाएगा. तो वहां पे अपडेट हो जाएगा. हाँ, एग्जीक्यूशन में जहां पे भी सीक्वेंस में अपडेट हुआ उसके नीचे सबको वो एप्लीकेबल होगा. Fine. Did you got the concept of static? One of the most important concept is static, because we are using the concept of static where some common values are used for all the objects. Okay, so it shares a common variable as well as common memory location. Should I move further? हाँ हाँ, नहीं मिलेगा अभी। अभी 50 हमें कभी नहीं मिलेगा। नाउ इट हैज बीन ओवरराइटेड। कैसे हुआ? जैसे इस तरह से हुआ। नाउ इट हैपेंड लाइक समथिंग। मैंने 50 से 100 किया, तो नाउ कैपेसिटी इज नाउ नॉट 50, इट इज नाउ 100, अभी गॉन। But still, in this case, L is 10, I can get it. Though I had done L1 for B2 only. तो B1 का L मुझे 10 मिलेगा ही मिलेगा। बट कैपेसिटी के केस में अगर ओवरराइड होता है, तो इट ओवरराइड्स। We do not get the previous values. Okay, so we need to be careful where to use static. So static is generally used where we want common values for all the objects. Likewise, I'll give you an example. Fixed deposit account rate of interest. It is common for all people. आगे जाके चेंज हुआ तो मैं जैसे कैपेसिटी है तो वैसे रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट चेंज हो जाएगा। Fine, all of you, I request you to write this code for static. Full code, full code. Initially, I'll make you to write the complete codes. सर ये तो लिखा हुआ है, सिर्फ आपने एक स्टैटिक कैपेसिटी ऐड किया, कोई बात नहीं, जस्ट राइट द फुल कोड। मेनली और मेजोरिटी ऑफ द कंसेप्ट्स कंप्लीटली ये बॉक्स में ही खत्म होंगे, बॉक्स क्लास में ही हमारे कंसेप्ट खत्म होंगे सर। सो प्लीज राइट डाउन द प्रोग्राम्स। એ ઇન્ટીજર એ કયો છો ને આ જરૂર નથી જસ્ટ એ ઓલું આપણે સમજવા માટે લઈ હા હા Then, okay, so the way which we are having, the way which we are having the concept of static member, static variable, static data variable. Same way, we can have the concept of static function. Static function now. That means in this case, we are having three functions, four functions. I can make this function to be static. Sir, what is the use of it? Okay, but before moving to that, I will not write it in this same X program. Let us make a new program. Okay, and as per that, I'm writing a program for static member functions. So how I can write the static member function is, let's say I make a class named as test, in which I am defining a member integer code and static int count, where code is non-static and count is static. Now I am writing my public section in which I am writing my function void set code. I am not passing any argument to this function, and I am writing over here to be code is equals to, let's say, plus plus count. Code is equals to plus plus count. Similarly, I am writing void show code function, set code and show code. What is the difference between set code and show code? Set code is setting the value and show code will display the value. Code is equals to, let's say, code. Fine. Now still These two functions are non-static. These two functions are non-static. Now I am writing one more function named as static void show count. See this, it is show count function. Previously, both are set code and show code. Now over here, static void show count. So what this will do? Show count means display. The count is equals to count. Sir, you have defined the function within the class. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Can we do that? Yes, you can do that. Sir, now we need to have our void main. Void main inside the void main, what I need to do? Can I say I need to make the object of the class, let's say T1, and I am making another object T2, two objects. Now I am writing T1 dot set code. What will happen? What will happen if I write T1 dot set code? Can I say it will call our set code function? So set code function, this will be called, what I have written within that? Code is equals to plus plus count, means count will be incremented by 1 and then it will be assigned to code. So what is the value of count now? What is the value of count now? Now I count. Can I say count is static? I need to initialize it. Int test colon count is equals to 0. But in case of C++, for static variable, if I don't initialize the value, then by default it is initialized to 0.
बट सर काउंट तो चेंज होता रहेगा ना,
हाँ,
तो
काउंट चेंज
डायनेमिक
होता
नहीं
रहेगा.
होगा,
सॉरी,
तो वो डायनेमिक नहीं होगा.
हाँ तो हो जाएगा ना डायनेमिक. That's what I wanted to say. What happens now? See, जैसे ही मैंने T1 ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया और T1 डॉट सेट कोड कॉल किया, what will happen? It will call this function and it will increment the value of count by 1 and it will be assigned to code. So can I say T1 dot code is 1? No? Okay, don't worry. Let me write T1 dot show code. Now what will be my output? One, of course it will be 1. Let me compile it. Let me run it. The code is 1. Last line. Let me clear it. Compiling. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what is the value of code now? 1. Now this code value is for which object? T1. Now see this. Now I am writing T2. Sorry. Yes, T2 dot set code. What will happen now? What will happen? It will call this function set code. Now what will be the value of code? Pi2. पहले काउंट की वैल्यू 1 हो गई है, be incremented by 1. So 2 and code will be value now 2. Is it fine? Is it fine? Okay. So code is 2. Now let me print the code. Can I write P2 dot show code? Let me compile it. Let me run it. Is it fine? Is it fine? सर तो यहाँ पे शो काउंट का क्या मीनिंग है? Show count. What is the significance of show count? Actually, we are learning the concept of static function. Now, again, the same thing applies. This function is meant for the class level. It is not specific to the objects. So, how I can call it over here? Say, for example, I want to see show count. Show count. Can I write P1 dot show count? Why no? Because it is static. It is not for specific object. So what I should write? What I should write? What I should write? Class name. So over here, I need to write the class name test. Sorry. Test followed by double colon sign. Because show count is a function of test class. So without, instead of using object, now I am using class name. So see this now. See, count value is 0 initially. Now, after P1 dot set code and before P2 dot set code, if I again call this function show count, what will be the value? It will be 1 now. See this? Yes or no? And after P2 dot show code, I am writing again test colon dot show count. It will be now 2. Sir, what is the need of this? Basically, static functions are generally used for the purpose of accessing static members. So static function over here, just check it out. Static void show count. So अभी उसमें now I am writing cout code is equals to code. Just see the difference. Code. What is the type of code? It is static or non-static? Non-static. What is count? Static or non-static? Static. तो अभी देखो क्या होगा. It will give you an error. What is the error? Member code cannot be used without an object. कहां पे एरर आई हमारी? ये कोड पे एरर आई. This is code is the error. Why? Because static functions cannot access non-static members. Is it fine? Fine. That's it for today. We stop here. Next time we'll be continuing further. Please, all of you enter your enrollment number in chat box for your attendance, and then you can leave. 6 ना